Hey, what's up everyone? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids, and today we're talking about the Streamlight Syclone. So this is built to be a work light. You can see we have a magnetic base there. We have a hook that we can hang the light on. It does articulate 360 degrees, like so. It is slightly ratcheted, so it will stay in a particular position. It moves very easily. It doesn't click loudly, but you can articulate it and keep it in whatever position you want. So, I was contacted by Streamlight and they reached out to me and said, would you like to take a look at some lights? I saw this one, it jumped out to me. And then they sent me one and actually bought another one because I thought the two of these could be good as lighting on top of your car. Now, for a lot of people, myself included, getting a light bar is not something that you're going to do, can afford to do, or can do based on your car. So this could be another backup for adding additional light. And then certainly, these could go off the front of your car, sideways, the back of your car, obviously underneath the hood. You can put them, hang them, you can magnetically attach them. So it just gives you a lot of options when you're out there. You can use them anywhere, obviously, but I thought particularly for the car. So these are micro USB rechargeable, which makes them easy to easy to recharge after the battery runs down. Little micro USB there on the side. Hold down the button on the top, you're going to see it come on, and it's going to scroll down to the different settings. You have a high, medium, and low. And then if you turn it on and hold it down, it's going to go to the other settings. So you've got a spotlight and a floodlight as well. So for your spotlight, which is on the top, it's going to go 400, 200, 100 as far as your output. And then for the floodlight on the bottom, that's going to go 75 up to 300. They don't tell you exactly what the different settings are I guess the setting in the middle, I should say. So you've got your low, high, medium, and then low, and then off for that. It's a much softer light when you have it on that floodlight. It's more, doesn't have a yellow tinge, but it's yellower, I would say. And then more of your classic LED for the top one. Let me switch it over there. So yeah, let me show you the bottoms real quick here. So they are magnetic, but I don't know if you can tell here, but it's not metal there. There's some sort of like plastic coating, which is good because if you put them on your car, it's not going to scratch it up as much. And that's the quick rundown. Like I said, I've got two of these, and now we're going to take them out to the night and show you what they look like in use.
All right, so we are out here at night. Obviously, you can see the light is right in my face. If I don't adjust the camera, it is absolutely blinding. It's just like completely washed out on the screen. So it is obviously plenty of light. Both the lights are set up. There you go, that's what it looks like. Let me fix this. So both the lights are set up on the LED setting at the highest output. Let's just drop it down so you can see what that looks like. So there's the highest, there's medium, there's low. All right, so what I want to do now is change the angle so you can see how much of the ground behind my car right now I can actually see. They are set up on top of the car looking down at the ground. All right, so it's on the top of the car there looking down on the ground. I mean, I can see most of the driveway. I'll readjust the camera now so you can see another angle. All right, so once again, these are both on at the highest output on the LED setting. You can imagine if I was like an injured person and you needed some light to work on me, obviously these would give a nice amount of light. Just to kind of lie down here and show you that. Now both these are aimed in one particular direction as opposed to spreading out. Now we'll show you a couple different looks of the lights. All right, so what we're gonna do now is I have the fence behind me here. It's about 35 feet away from the lights. I'm going to run through the high, medium, low settings on the LED option, which is kind of a cooler white, and then we'll switch to the softer, more yellowish tinge and go the high, medium, low on that one as well. And that's more of the floodlight. So as I mentioned before, you can set these up anywhere where there's metal and you want to use the magnet, or you can use the hook as well. These are actually on the side of my car now, and I'll show you what the ground looks like here. So yeah, if I was doing something on the side of the car or working on one of the wheels or something, obviously plenty of light with these setups. And let me just show you here real quick what the ratcheting feature looks like. So once you get it, clicked into that position, it's going to stay right where you need it to. I'm in my car now, and one thing I've been wondering about is, will they stay on the car if you're driving a little bit? Definitely don't recommend on putting these on your car and then just driving around, because first, I think eventually they're gonna come off, because it's not like a really strong magnet. The other thing is that somebody could just grab them if your car's parked, just walk off with them. So you don't want that to happen. But let's say I'm out and it's at night and I'm looking for, maybe I got a lost dog or something like that, and so I want to have light straight ahead, but I also want light out to the side as I'm driving down a road. So what I'm going to do is find a like a lonelier, dark dirt road, and I'll put my lights on, and then I'll put these guys on and see how it works. "30 miles an hour and they're still on. This road is relatively smooth, I would say. A big bump and they might come flying off though, but just to give you a sense. What you're looking at now is me driving on this dirt road with no headlights on, just the LED lights on top of the car, and they're on the highest setting. I mean, so it's not as much as your normal headlights, but I could see totally fine. When you put the headlights on too, here's what it looks like. All right, so now let me turn the lights onto the flood setting so you can see what that looks like. I'm standing outside of the car now. Both these are on the flood setting at the highest output there. So, I mean, I could see up to the bend in the road up there a little bit, which is probably, 75 feet away. I would definitely say that these are nowhere near equivalent to headlights, but as far as an additional set of lights, if you want to, light up the edge of the road or the side of the road, that might actually work. Let's wrap up here. You've seen the Streamlight Syclone in use. Actually, you've seen two of them in use. Different outputs, high, medium, and low, both on the LED setting and that flood setting, that softer light. Price point for these right now is between 50 and 60 bucks per unit. So right off the bat, that's going to eliminate some people. That's going to be too much for them. What I can tell you is that, generally speaking, I've had very good experience with Streamlight when it comes to their durability, and for a utility light that's going to be, stuck up underneath a hood or on the side of a car or something like that. This is something I definitely want to have, a durable light. I don't want something cheap. So it's definitely an investment. If you're going to get two of them, you're going to spend 100 bucks or more. Probably the price will drop in the future, but yeah, I mean, it's not cheap. The overall function and build is quite good. I wouldn't use these to replace my lights, obviously, if I was driving at night. But they do offer additional light, and I do like the idea of, if I have to work on something even in front of my car and I don't want to run my lights because it's going to kill the battery, I can run this instead and I can have light out in front of the car. So like I said, the idea for me when I first heard about these was, keep two of them in the car. I can use them in different ways as a light for searching if I'm driving slowly down a road like I showed you, or if I got to do something outside the car, and not just like, emergency work, but let's say I'm just hanging out and I'm like, jamming on my guitar with a couple friends. Now we got some light off of the car that we can use with these. Obviously, there's more than just a car light. You could keep them at home as an emergency light, keep them in a bag, lots of different ways you could utilize these. But let's hear your thought on the Streamlight Syclone light, and yeah, what you think about it, what you thought about what you saw in use, and obviously, especially if you own one of these lights, or if you have other Streamlight lights that you really like. Let's hear about that as well. Alright guys, thanks as always for checking out the videos here on YouTube. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids if you haven't done so already. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us out on Instagram, Tumblr, and Vero as well. More videos coming soon. Take care.